Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to the Week 4 games of the Big C Invitational, Season 2. Things are heating up. Entering Week 4, people are really starting to get a little stratified in the rankings. So some people pulling away, some people falling behind. And remember, we're almost halfway through. Next week will mark the halfway point, or passing the halfway point of the season, because with 10 teams, there's only 9 weeks. So these are very crucial times. Up first, we have Zach versus Dean. Zach has been off to a rough start, has had a tough first few matchups, but has yet to pick up a win. We'll see if he can today. And Dean has been a little up, a little down. Overall playing fairly decent for a new player to the scene. So we'll see how these guys match up. Let's get it going. Starting off with the smart fellow, the Roselia, versus Ludicolo. Not so fast. Roselia laying down the spikes. With a rain dance. Ice Beam only going to do 50% to this Roselia with kind of decent special bulk. Getting a second spike down. Could probably get a third. Going into Blissey, yes, probably the best special wall. Ludicolo can't really do much to it. Leech Seed can be kind of annoying. Sapping a lot of that HP. Calm Minding up. Calm Mind Blissey. Leech Seed is going to put the timer on that though. Cool Fish coming in. Ice Beam doing decent damage at +1. Blissey actually has okay special attack. That's one of the biggest changes between our Chansey and Blissey is the special attack. Splodge Bomb taking out the Roselia. Jolteon coming in. Joltoin. Gonna fire for Thunderbolt here. Jolteon generally does win this matchup too, unless Zapdos has Toxic. Hidden Power Ice, notably doing pretty much about the same as Thunderbolt. I believe the math actually comes out to Thunderbolt doing more damage ever so slightly, so just a note there. Zapdos using Agility, opting not to pass it. Switching into Ludicolo and the Thunder Wave. Ludicolo is probably still going to be slower with this paralysis. Switching out to Quillfish. Quillfish also has Swift Swim though, and can take that Mega Horn fairly well. Quillfish doesn't do much back except maybe Explode or Destiny Bond. We see the switch out to Swampert. On the Explosion, or Self-Destruct, sorry. Taking out the Swampert. The physical wall is down, but Dean, I do believe, is mostly has mostly a special attacking team. Heracross coming in. Outspeed and take out that Ludicolo. And Zapdos is in. Zapdos, I don't believe, can one-hit except with Drill Peck, maybe. Opting for the Thunder Wave. See, would not have been a great switch in if it was indeed Drill Peck. So it's Baton passing out. Ice Beam doing a pretty sizable chunk to Charizard. We're seeing the substitute, but we know this Blissey is a little more aggressive, so nice Paraluck there. Do we see a Focus Punch? We see the Earthquake not doing too much. Focus Punch Charizard can sometimes be a way that people get through Blissey or punish Blissey as a switch in. Ooh, and the other side of the Roselia coming in. Hitmonlee. Mach Punch doing absolutely nothing to that sub. And Hitmonlee going down, being used as only a sack. Zach is on the back foot here, but Blissey's in and not paralyzed. And we know that there is no Focus Punch to worry about. Blissey might be able to just set up in front of this Charizard. A few Calm Minds could win the game. Thunderbolt breaking the sub. Blissey probably is going to heal off on this Earthquake here. There we go, we see the soft boiled. Will we see the Calm Mind? No, Zach opts just for the KO. He doesn't want to invest the turns into Blissey. Zapdos coming in. Zapdos maybe threatened Drill Peck earlier, but didn't click it, so possibly indicating no Drill Peck. You see, the best answer is just to paralyze it. Teddy coming in. We see possibly Hidden Power fighting. Jolteon coming in. We see the Howl. +1 attack. I don't believe +1 extreme speed will kill this Jolteon. Thunder Wave is going to be annoying. Hidden Power ground. Okay. And Heracross comes in. Arcanine might be able to finish this out. Paralysis on the extreme speed, and Rock Slide is going to do a sizable chunk. I can't tell if that's band damage or not. Extreme speed doing about half. That paralysis did make a pretty big difference there, and I think we're not going to get to the kill, possibly predicting a switch out. Arcanine does drop. There is just a Blissey left. See, how much damage will +1 extreme speed do? Blissey might just heal this off. Ooh, Dean going for the Howl to gain extra attack. Ooh, unfortunate paralysis. And Blissey finishes it off. Congratulations to Zach. Oh, a little preemptive. Sorry, I forgot about this last Pokemon. But there's no way that Starmie can outduel the Blissey. Especially a Calm Mind variant. Even a defensive Starmie will eventually be able to recover through. Freeze is the only option, and even then, Blissey looks like it's just getting to the point where it could PP stall crit for good measure. Yeah, for real this time. Congratulations to Zach for his first win. At this point, now we have every player with at least one win. So, cool stuff. We'll see the rankings later, see where this places these guys. Let's move on to the next match. We have Oscar versus Billy. Billy so far has not shown a ton of flexibility in his strategies. Let's see if Oscar has a counter to this Ninjask Speed Pass team that Billy is running. See if we can get it off the ground this time. I see a Gardevoir lead against the Ninjask, tracing the speed boost. Interesting tech. Silverwind will do a decent amount here. Billy just going for the substitute. Getting speed. Gardevoir does not get Baton Pass, so it cannot bring it out or bring something in with speed. Ninjas can just fire off a Silverwind here to take out the Gardevoir, opting to preserve it. Regirock coming in, allowing Ninjas to get another substitute up. Here we see the Baton Pass going into the Poliwrath. Regirock Foxlight not going to be able to take this down with the Resistance Belly Drum. I've seen this before. And Billy looks set up. So he does Brick Break KO Regirock. And it does with max attack. That is quite a strong frog. Or tadpole, sorry. Tracing the Water Absorb, but I think Brick Break might still KO at this range. Protecting to scout out. Hidden Power, most likely Hidden Power Ghost. Could be Bug. But I'm going to assume Ghost. It's a little safer to run on this team. And Gardevoir goes down. Does Oscar have... Ooh, Salamence comes in. He just dropped the attack once. Does Poliwrath have something to answer this? Hidden Power Ghost not doing enough. Or I assume Hidden Power Ghost. I guess it's confirmed now. It's not resisted. And Salamence takes it down. So it looks to be Choice Band Salamence too. Breloom coming in, and Ninjask is just going to sub another sub. I don't believe Breloom can do too much to this Ninjask, maybe a Rock Tomb. Sky Uppercut, I don't even know if that'll break the sub with the 4 times resist. What does Billy pass into now? Blaziken. Blaziken with speed is quite scary. Claydol coming in on a... Oh, and the Swords Dance. Switching out to the Porygon 2. Just got what Claydol was going to do. Earthquake. Nice. Nicely tracing the Levitate for that. Regice coming in though. On the Toxic. Toxic hurts on the Regice. Forcing Regice to rest at some point, allowing in possibly the Blaziken. Porygon 2 can kind of just stall until Regice uses rest. I believe Regice can learn Superpower, which maybe could have been useful here, but I don't know if that would have even done enough with Regice's abysmal attack. I believe it's something like 50 base attack. Regice is getting quite low here, possibly. Probably needs to rest on this turn. There we see it. Bring in the Skarmory. Is Skarmory going to lay down the spikes, or... And switching out. There you see it. Spike's not going to do too much against Oscar's team. 2 Spikes immune Pokemon, and probably best or second best Spinner. And Drill Peck on the Focus Punch. Nice call out from Billy there. Great awareness. That Focus Punch would have done quite a lot to Skarmory. Skarmory not much to do except lay down spikes here. I'm not sure Drill Peck will even do that much to Regice. Roaring it out. Just hoping to get some eventual chip on the Regice. Nidoking coming in. Interesting bring in. I don't even know if it's worth spinning for Oscar. Then again, there's not too much that Claydol can do in the face of Skarmory. Megahorn doing a decent amount. Earthquake almost dropping the Nidoking. Megahorn connects, it will KO. Oscar struggling to find entry points for this Choice Band Salamence. With how low it is, even to the Intimidate drop, it might still drop to that Megahorn. But then again, Billy doesn't have the best answers to this Regice. I think all he can really do is Toxic and hope for it to rest, and then needs to bring in Nidoking or Blaziken. Nidoking cannot come in on an Ice Beam though. Billy opting just to stall here. Trying to stay out of crit range, possibly. Not looking to Toxic for some reason. We might need to speed this one up, folks. Oh, there we go. Finally hits Toxic. Must have forgot that he didn't click it at first. Oscar hoping for a freeze. Getting low on Ice Beams, possibly. Yeah, only 8 out of 16 left. Oscar hoping for a freeze and or crit here. Thunderbolt. Trying to conserve that Ice Beam. Ice Beam PP. Needs the Ice Beam for that Nidoking. Porygon 2 doing its best impression of a wall here, just hanging out. Porygon 2 is a weirdly bulky Pokemon. With not incredible defenses, but decent enough in access to recover and that nice normal typing. Ninja's coming back in. Trying to get a sub up. Let's see. No rest talk. What could be that fourth move on the Regice? Protect to scout it out, or just saw an Ice Beam turn. I believe that this is probably a great entry point for the Blaziken. We'll just see Badon pass out to it. And there we go. Ice Beam will not, well, it will break the sub actually. Do we see an explosion possibly? Thunderbolt? No paralysis. What physical moves is this Blaziken running? Sky Uppercut going to kill that Regice. Salamence coming in. Blaziken will outspeed. Almost anything it can throw at it will hit. You see the Rock Slide for increased accuracy. And it's Claydol versus the world. Claydol can probably live and kill this Blaziken, but will not be doing great versus the rest of Oscar's team. Porygon 2 coming in to finish it, tracing their Levitate. An Ice Beam or a Toxic will do it, and Oscar deciding to go on his own terms with the explosion. Congratulations to Billy, well played. Excellent use of more of a not as committal speed pass strategy. Oscar did have an answer to the Poliwrath, but lost a little too much in the meantime. Didn't have a great answer to that Porygon too. Moving on, we have Adam versus Kevin. Two Spoons starting off against the Celebi, not the best matchup. Fire Punch is going to do a decent amount, but Celebi can kind of shrug that off. Celebi fine with trading poisons. It's permanent on Alakazam, but with Celebi's Natural Cure, Celebi opting to stay in. Maybe Kevin does not have a great switch in to this Fire Punch. Doesn't want something to get burned, potentially. Risking a crit. And slowly losing this Stalwar. There we see a switch out into Vaporeon. Vaporeon's going to take this Fire Punch just fine. Alakazam maybe could have won that with a few Calm Minds, or at least put a better dent in. Gyarados coming in on the Surf, not going to take too much. That's more than I thought, honestly. But Gyarados is just fine with that. Vaporeon can't do too much to counter. We see the Thunder Wave. I was wondering if we see a Dragon Dance and HP Flying set to kill this Celebi here. And Tyranitar coming in, putting that kind of nerfing that Celebi a little bit more with that Sand, keeping it from just passively recovering. It can be quite annoying. Predicting the switch out. Not getting it, but still hitting with the Focus Punch and a critical hit. Tyranitar should be scaring the Celebi. There's a lot of things it can do to be annoying here. Doesn't look like it has HP Bug or a Dark type move. Rock Slide not going to do too much. Kevin is switching out to the Vaporeon. Vaporeon going to take half from the Rock Slide, but does have access to Wish Protect here to stall out a few more Toxic turns. We see Gyarados re-entering the field. Celebi has not shown an attacking move yet, just Toxic and Recover. Bringing in Tyranitar on the Toxic, not wanting Gyarados to be poisoned as well. So Tyranitar fires off. Focus Punch, predicting the switch. Kevin is content to just sit there and recover. Knows, or possibly knows, that Tyranitar can't really threaten it. Tyranitar has shown what? Yeah, Rock Slide and Focus Punch both doing under 50%. Yeah, Kevin is going to just continue and recover here. It doesn't look like Oscar or sorry, Adam has a great answer to this Celebi. Gyarados coming back in. Is Gyarados the answer? What kind of moves does Gyarados have? Has only shown Thunder Wave. Back into Tyranitar. Adam possibly just trying to stall out these Toxic and Recovers. Recover's a little annoying to stall out with 32 PP. Oh, we see the hidden power. Wonder which hidden power that is. Electric or Rock? Probably electric with Registeel coming in. Not taking too much from any of the moves that Celebi can do. And we see the Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is going to do a decent job against this Typhlosion. Does Kevin read the switch out? He does not. This Registeel packs a punch. And we'll take down Typhlosion next turn if it chooses to stay in. Kevin opting to sacrifice the Typhlosion. Possibly trying to get back momentum. Snorlax is in. Snorlax might be able to just curse up in the face of this Registeel. Opting just for the Earthquake. Notably, Snorlax does get a lot less value from its leftovers now that there is sand on the field. Nerfing its tankiness quite a bit. Oh, the Resto Chesto set from the Registeel. Registeel might be able to just sit here, barring any crits, and slowly wear the Snorlax down. Does Snorlax have a rest? Oh, there we see the crit. Unfortunate, but you're kind of asking for it to happen, just sitting there in the face of it. Not much Registeel can do to the Snorlax besides explode. Tyranitar looks... yeah, he's going to pick up that kill with Rock Slide. And Celebi is back in. And Adam has taken out 2 of Kevin's more threatening Pokemon, but doesn't seem to have an answer for this Celebi. And there we see it. Medicham with Shadow Ball actually can do a decent amount here. Going for the substitute. That is... oh, on the Toxic. Nice play from Adam. What moves does he have? Donphan coming, can take most physical moves well. Shadow Ball not going to do too much. Donphan is quite physically tanky. See Medicham with the Focus Punch. That's its other physical move. Going to do a decent amount to this Donphan. On the War, and Shedinja is coming in. Unfortunately, Sandstorm is up, so Shedinja dies in one hit. Adam needs to find an entry point for this Medicham. Seems to be its only way. Its only way to deal with this Celebi. If you can punch through this Celebi, then maybe you can take out this Vaporeon, and Donphan are low enough. They can be taken out possibly by Tyranitar. Medicham coming in on. Ooh, and Kevin reading the substitute. Firing off the Psychic. Switching the Medicham out. Adam is losing HP very quickly on some pretty important Pokemon and not making a dent in Celebi. We do see the crit. Going to take a second one to kill this Celebi though. And Scizor coming in. On the Earthquake, possibly predicting a Donphan. See him power Bug or Fighting or Ground. Gyarados is getting quite low. Earthquake. Not doing much to Celebi. Gyarados is faster, so if he has some kind of super effective move, I wonder what this set is. Has Thunderwave, Earthquake. What could the other two moves be? Doesn't appear to be anything that hits this Celebi. We might be speeding this one. Oh, we do see the Dragon Dance. Finally, what's this third move? Possibly another physical attack. Hopefully. Earthquake, even at +1, still not doing much to the Celebi. Gyarados waiting to die. Waiting for Celebi to be unparalyzed for one turn. There we go. And this looks to be Wraps. Two Spoons might be able to get into a Fire Punch here. Will outspeed the Vaporeon and can, I believe, can KO here with Psychic. But Two Spoons is going to die very soon. We see the Hidden Power, Grass, or Electric. Scizor coming in. Something will die to Fire Punch this turn. Kevin sacrificing the Scizor to bring Celebi back in. Now does Medicham outspeed and kill with Shadow Ball? Let's see. Substituting, not enough HP, and Kevin just clicks Psychic. No need to click Toxic there. And GG's to Kevin. Congratulations on the next win. Okay. Let's move on. We have Liam versus August. Two players in the middle of the pack trying to pull ahead. I believe both are at 2 wins right now, I want to say. Let's see what they have. Liam starting with the Fortress versus the Aerodactyl. Fortress, not much it can do to Aerodactyl, but can kind of just sit there in front of it. Going to click Spikes. Oh, and we see the crit on the counter. Aerodactyl goes down. Closer coming in, can spin away these spikes. Fortress is not that tanky though. Doesn't have that much HP left. We see the Surf just trying to take out the Fortress, possibly predicting one of Liam's ghost types to come in and spin block. Tentacle is going to take that Surf quite easily. Laying down the Toxic to win the Spikes versus Rapid Spin war. And Slowbro coming in. A lot of water types this game. On the Surf, going to take not that much. Slowbro can threaten Tentacruel with a Psychic or setting up Calm Minds. Doesn't want to be Toxic though. We see the Psychic taking out a lot of Tentacruel's health. Does Liam have a switch into this Slowbro? See Fortress coming in. Can take that Psychic. And does outspeed, so will be able to get another Spike if he wants. Liam opting to sack the Fortress just for that one Spike. Let's see if we can keep the pressure on and not let that Cloyster spin. Electrode would do it. Cloyster cannot switch in. Fast Thunderbolt will do a lot here, but Chansey coming in. Light Screen. Possibly making room for some kind of setup with the Rhydon. Might be the case. Slowbro coming in. Taking Spikes and Toxic Chip. I wonder if Mega Horn will kill here. And it does. That's pretty big. Kingdra. Kingdra probably still threatens even through the light screen. Rhydon has pretty poor special defense. Tentacruel definitely going to take that pretty easy though. Barely out damaging leftovers. I see the Sludge Bomb. And a nice poison. Taken up by the Lumberry. Hidden Power Electric. Possibly. Get this Tentacruel. Toxic. Lumberry is taken out, so I'm opting to stall this Kingdra. Electro in the back can probably take anything that Kingdra does at least once, especially with that light screen. Liam bringing in the Cloister. Or Augie bringing in the Cloister. Cloister will die to a Thunderbolt. And Cloister goes down. This spike is here to stay. Slacking is in, though. Right on a decent switch in. Still taking a ton from an Earthquake, though. But allowing Liam to get a free focus punch in and going to take out this Kingdra. Big reason you have that right on is to punish that slacking. Right, I'm probably going to go down here. Focus punching just to keep him honest. Not going to outspeed slacking. Slacking is deceptively fast. Electrode coming in. Do we see a Thunderbolt into Explosion here? Oh, and the lucky Paralysis. And the Explosion to take out slacking. Liam likes his last two against the Chansey. The Solo Chansey Dragonite can do it. Especially if it's a physical variant. Chansey not nearly as threatening as Blissey with those Ice Beams because of the much lower special attack. Hidden Power Fighting. And there we see Blissey might have KO'd there. But Chansey does not. And Liam's going to take it. Well played from Liam. Kept up that pressure and not allowing Cloister to come back in and spin off the spike. Spike getting a little bit of chip down to put things in range. Excellently played. Congratulations to Liam. And moving on to our last game, we have Team Garf, or Justin, the current leader, only player who is undefeated so far, and Jack, the defending champion. These are two front runners for the championship of the Season 2. First time they're meeting. Let's see how it goes. Can Jack defend his honor? Or will Justin run away with this season? Let's see, we have the Metagross starting. Against Flygon. Flygon, a pretty good matchup. Ready to go switching out. Melodic can take the Earthquake quite well, and Flygon does not want to stay in against it. Hariyama coming in. Melodic missing the Toxic. Maybe doesn't want to hit that anyways to give Hariyama the Guts ability. Hariyama just knocking off Venusaur's leftovers. Not terrible, because Venusaur does have ways to heal with his Leech Seed and possibly Synthesis. See, Earthquake not doing much this Venusaur. With Leech Seed, it will outstall it. Sludge Bomb crit and the poison. This Hariyama is going down quite easily. And it is Guts, going from 25% to 39%. But Venusaur is perfectly fine with that. And Hariyama is done. Espeon coming in. Is threatening. Ooh, and a nice substitute on the Sleep Powder. Do we see a switch out here? No, we do not. Oh, we're living on 1% HP. This Venusaur is tankier than I thought. Are we going to see? No, he does not opt to preserve Venusaur for a sack. And they're tied at 1-1. Taurus, I believe, speed ties Espeon. I want to say the Substance is coming in. Return, doing a decent amount. With Choice Band, I'm starting a 3-hit KO. Do we see a Pain Split here? We do, bringing it back up. Using is decently healthy again. Ooh, Jack, brave switch in there with Raikou risking a crit, and could have been a damage roll. Thunderbolt on Tyranitar. Ooh, and Thunderbolt crit actually doing a ton there. A little peek behind the curtain. That critical hit was fairly important. Watching this game live, Justin clicked Agility, which would have allowed him to outspeed and revenge or KO back that Raikou. I believe he was dead to a single damage roll. So 1 in 16 to die, and then the crit. Obviously, crit will kill it. Also 1 in 16, so I believe it works out to close to 2 out of 16 or 1 out of 8 chances to die. So a little bit unlucky for Justin there. Though you could argue that the previous damage roll from Jack was unlucky, with only doing 46%. I believe that's close to minimum. So either way, both battlers getting a little bit lucky here. Dangerous stretch. Raikou possibly could run away with this game here. Switching out for the Espeon. Melodic getting a Surf crit back, but not on the Pokemon that it really wants to be hitting. Melodic will 1v1 unless Espeon has some weird Morning Sun set. Doesn't appear to be. Jack looking like it's just going to let Espeon die here. Just getting a little bit of chip down. Melodic possibly needs a Psychic or two to get it into kill range for Raikou. Appears to be so. Getting a little bit of extra chip healing for the Raikou. Opting for the Calm Mind. Allowing it to live that Surf. Would have been scary if Melodic clicked Toxic there. Thunderbolt going to take out this Melodic. And Machamp coming in. Machamp does have really high special defense. Might be able to live a Thunderbolt here. 7%. And then we see it, Machamp revenge killing. Nice Justin avoiding disaster. But still has to deal with this Flygon. Flygon Earthquake might KO here. Moltres coming in though. Nice edge put from Moltres. Do we see a Hidden Power Ice? Oh, Rock Slide just outspeeds and kills. I believe Moltres is 95 speed. Flygon is 100. Double edge, straight clean kill on the Flygon. Taking recoil though. And we see the Doug Trio follow up. Doug Trio in the back. Hariyama's fingers going to get the kill. I believe this is low enough for Machamp. Or for Doug Trio. We see it. Hariyama's fingers does do it. Well played from Jack. Saving that Doug Trio for the kill confirms at the end there. Very scary Pokemon indeed. Congratulations to Jack for that win. And with that, we have 3 players now at 3-1. Justin, Liam, and Jack. 2 people I had as front runners, and Liam. Liam having a pretty great season so far, especially for picking it up so soon. Justin still holding on to first place with that season differential. That's effectively your plus minus. So has won games with more Pokemon remaining than Jack or Liam have. Liam and Jack calling close behind though at 8 and 7. Billy leading the pack for all of the 2 and 2 folks. With a pretty high differential of plus 10. That first 6-0 really carrying him there. Followed closely behind by August, Oscar, and Kevin. And then we have the 1 and 3 guys, Adam, Dean, and Zach, all tied for 8th. It's fairly close here. And remember, guys, the top 6 teams make playoffs. So as of right now, 1, 2, and 2 player would have been eliminated. So that season differential does matter a lot. You do want to win with as many Pokemon as possible. And the first 2 spots do get a bye. These next few weeks are going to be quite crucial. We'll see if any of the 3 and 1 players can pull away from each other. And along with those 2 and 2 players. Let's take a look at the schedule for next week. We have Kevin and Dean. Jack versus Oscar. Justin versus Liam. So one of those players will move on to sole possession, or not sole possession, possibly sole possession of first place if they continue to hold a season differential over Jack, but one of them will move on to 4-1. We have August versus Zach, and then Billy versus Adam. Some exciting matchups. Stay tuned for next week, and I'll see y'all then. Later.